Tell me about the time that you almost saw Elvis, but you didn't.
What?
Wasn't
Elvis? What?
the cat just walked across your screen?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was like when you were, was it Elvis that you were almost got to see when you were in high school or something?
Uh-uh.
Who was it?
I don't remember, but it wasn't Elvis. I've never got a chance to see Elvis.
Like I guess you were in college or something, and someone said, "Hey, let's go see this person," and it's like one of your biggest regrets. And I don't know, I don't remember who it was though.
The only ones I saw in college, Joni Mitchell, and that's the only one I can remember. I don't remember much about college.
Do you remember being invited to see somebody? Well, at the time, I don't think they were very famous, but later on, they got real famous.
Who was that?
I don't know. I'm asking you because you told me one time you almost got to see someone, but you didn't because you, for some reason, and you said you regretted it or something. Maybe you
I'm not.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh, I'd love to see. Have seen Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was. Tell me about it, but I don't remember anymore. But no, my the first concert I actually went to was the Beach Boys.
The one at Red Stadium.
Yeah, it was fun. I remember like one or two memories from it. You have a picture of me like running through the walkway there. But yeah, it was um that was the first one. And then I think the next one was when I was in the band with Jason and them. I think it was MXPX in Columbus. Yeah, I remember that one pretty well. What was your first concert you went to?
Me, the first one I can remember going to was Elderberry Jack.
What's that?
It was a band over in Belpre that played over in Belpre one time.
Oh, so it was a local band?
Yeah, they were
Okay.
pretty good.
I believe it.
The first big band I ever saw probably have to be the Grateful Dead.
It's a pretty big name of a band to see. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not like they don't have a following or a cult following or anything.
yeah, I'm not a cult follower. And I saw New Riders with Purple Sage. That was a I like that. They're like the Grateful Dead.
Yeah, and Fish.
And
Um,
then in college, I went and saw Joni Mitchell. Saw her up in Pittsburgh. I think I
Cat.
saw her. I mean, there was this little speck down on the stage about that big, and I
Like
and I heard someone singing that sounded like her. So I'm
I
assuming
saw a
her.
speck down there. I don't know if it was
Yeah,
her or was somebody
they
else,
could
but I saw something.
they could have made a fortune selling binoculars.
Yeah. Was that before they had the giant monitors to broadcast to everybody in the stadium?
This was back in 1973, 74.
Yeah, I don't know if they had monitors back then. It wasn't like I
Big
was
stage.
alive.
No, you just hear and you just saw them sing.
Uh,
Yeah, we had to rough it.
I guess the um, experiments and learning about how sound travels and the need to have certain speakers a certain distance away from the stage so you can hear what's going on without the delay happening. I guess that came on later.
Cat.
You and your cats. No, the
Well, this is their route right through here.
I can tell.
They come off the back of the couch, across the little desk, and then onto my computer desk, and then up to the little break between rooms.
What you doing, bud? He's over there leaning against my bike pump.
Yeah, I can see him over there.
Know what he's doing. Weird. But no, it was like with me, I started listening to like what you had because every kid does. You want to listen to what your parents listen to. And then when I got into I think it was high school is when I started branching out. And I think like one of the first ones was DC Talk or something. That was one of the first CDs I bought. That and Billy Joel's River of Dreams. I remember that. And Aerosmith's Toys in the Attic. Don't ask why I have those, why I even bought them. I think I just
Uh,
like the artwork.
Aerosmith is a classic.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Toys
no
in the Attic
doubt.
is an amazing album.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. That was back whenever CDs were just coming out,
Hmm.
and finding a portable CD player was really hard to do, especially one that would actually work without skipping.
Yeah, well, the first time I heard it, it was on vinyl.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first music I heard was vinyl too.
I know. Thank you. You're welcome.
What was either
I,
that or
I
eight
s- and I still have all those albums too.
or 8 track too?
No, not 8 tracks. I have the vinyl.
Yeah, I know. Wait, you still have I know you still have a bunch of them, but like a bunch of them was destroyed, right? By water or something?
Oh
I thought you said they were.
no, well we've got them laying flat. And I think they had a little bit of a bow to them, but I think we're trying to get them flat again.
That just takes a little bit of heat and flattening. Put something like a
Just
board or something.
over time,
Yeah.
gravity does it.
Or
At
just do
least
what Forged in Fire
that's the
does.
theory. That's the theory I'm going with.
Or just do the Forged in Fire thing.
A forced fire thing.
Yeah, the Forged in Fire where they take like a clamp and they clamp the
Uh-huh.
blade and then they heat it up with a blowtorch so it doesn't like well, I mean, I think it destroys part of the quenching, the hardening, but not enough to where it breaks the blade and it's able to straighten it out that way.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've only
I used to watch a lot of that show.
oh, I do all the time.
Yeah,
I think I have like maybe 4 episodes left in the series.
really.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen all of them or not, but we
Um,
kind of quit watching when that one guy quit being the host.
yeah, they don't have any more episodes on there where he's not the host yet. So I think that's probably maybe at summer or next time they load the season up.
Hmm. Okay, God,
But
it's been a while.
yeah, it's been a couple of years.
Yeah,
But then again, they haven't really been able to shoot any episodes for a while either.
yeah.
The last one I saw last night was completely in the fields or in a field, and they had no power tools whatsoever. It was like old school caveman type stuff. And the older guy, he had like this wide brain hat like you wear, Um, he actually had to have the medical team come over and help him out because he was getting like overheated and stuff. And I'm not going to tell you what happens, but yeah, they go from basically no power tools whatsoever to back into the forge where they have like Big Blue and all that stuff.
Hmm.
But no, when I was just getting into my own type of music, that was in high school, I believe, and it started out with those 3 albums, I think, and then I started getting into heavier stuff because I started going to the church with Davey and all that, and that's when I met Chris and Jason, and then that kind of led me into like the punk era with like Rancid, Green Day, and stuff like that. And if you listen to our album, you can hear so much Ramones influence. It's not even funny. We're basically a Ramones ripoff band. But I'm rewriting all the songs for updated because we've all changed so much. We're the completely opposite person of what we were back then. And but then I went from well, the reason why we broke up actually was because we were all going in separate directions music wise. And so I was getting into more heavier stuff like Zayo, Living Sacrifice, Tourniquet, stuff like that. and Chris was more into like a hardcore punk, like the Exploited and the Casualty stuff like that. Jason was getting to emo stuff like the Juliana Theory and whatever was big back in the late '90s emo wise, and that was basically the reason why they broke up. But like all the influences, all the different bands, it's really interesting because it kind of comes together to what I'm writing now. I mean, it's hugely like punk influence, but you can feel the heaviness, especially in the drums when I write it. So it's kind of cool how that's working out.
Hmm.
But I've also seen thousands of bands too, so that kind of helps.
Yeah.
like, well, you can't see it right now, but I have a Maryland Death Fest poster over there from one of the years, and
Yeah. No, I can't see past the door.
yeah, I'm trying to avoid showing the trash back there. Well, not real
Uh,
trash, but like the messiness.
yeah.
I don't have a green screen yet. I'm getting that later. Um, is there any bands that I've discovered that I've shown you that you've liked besides Dropkick Murphys?
Are you breaking up?
Are there any bands that I've introduced you to besides Dropkick Murphys that you've liked?
Yeah. 311 and like Dream Theater
Oh yeah, Dream Theater. Yeah,
and some, some of the, I can never remember their names. There's two bands that you liked back way back in the day. Rebellious.
back in the days, in what year or time period?
Yeah, about the time you were graduating. It's not Green Day. It's
Rancid.
not Rancid.
Um, I don't know. Who could it be?
I don't know.
Exploited or the Casualties?
No, no.
Um, was it like a metal band or a punk band?
More of a punk band.
Interesting.
Both of
Anti-Flag?
two of them.
Huh?
There's two different bands. I can never
Anti-Flag?
remember their name. No,
Hmm.
they
I
were
don't
very
know.
popular. Very, very. They were very popular.
Well, had it been Green Day,
No, it's not Green Day.
Bouncing Souls, or
No,
Less Than Jake?
no.
I'm just trying to start naming off Velvet Underground. I could bring up my
What
playlist.
one of their songs was about uh,
Don't say
looting the
girls.
store and catching it on. Huh?
Don't say girls because they're all about girls.
No, this was about looting the store and having it had the sirens and everything in it, and like the cop talking on the mic and stuff. And
Cop talking on a mic, looting a store.
yeah,
Well, Rancid has a song about that, but it's not looting a store. He gets kicked out of a store. It's called Time Bomb.
no, no, no. This is about looting the store and burning it
Oh,
down.
April 26th, 1992 by Sublime.
Yes, Sublime. That's it.
Yes, it's about the riots. But
Yeah.
it's not about looting a store. It's about the riots of the '90s.
Yeah. Well, that's the only way I could convey it over to you.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's a good song. Especially the part where he starts talking about all the different cities and states.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, Sublime is really good for. It's a good introduction band to reggae and punk and stuff like that because it's easily accessible. Um, and Brad Noel is just an amazing frontman. But yeah, the 311. Do you remember who the Specials are?
Hmm. Yeah.
No. I'll have to send you a link to some of
Remember,
their
remember,
songs.
remember. I have CRS.
I know.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know what CRS is, you could tell them.
Can't remember shit.
Yep. I have that, but in short term memory.
I,
my my ADHD doesn't really allow me to hold things in memory for very long.
all right.
That's why whenever I have to remember a phone number or somebody's name, I have to write it down because otherwise it's going to be lost.
Well, that doesn't help because I've told you many, many times to put our birthdays and anniversaries and stuff in your phone anniversary thingy, and it tells you automatically.
I did
You
somehow
did?
like everything is on my calendar now. I don't know how that worked. I didn't
Cool.
do anything. Like, oh, let me get into it. Hold on.
So I don't have to tell you every time it's someone's birthday now.
I mean, first day of LGBTQ Pride Month is on June 1st. Oh, Memorial Day. So let's go back to January because that's when Mom's birthday is. Actually, it starts on the 7th.
Or January 7th.
Okay, she wasn't on there for some
The
reason, so
first.
I'm going to
There
make
you
one. Event. Mom's birthday. All day. Cool. There. That one's done. I don't know why it wasn't saved because I have so much other random crap on the calendars I didn't put on there, like Memorial Day and some people's birthdays, stuff like that. I don't know why it didn't show up.
go.
I don't know.
Anyway, back to music.
Yeah. It wasn't until like I was in the military and I was pulling into Jamaica, and that's whenever I started walking away from religion. And I think that's when I started really getting into like more secular and heavier music. Like I remember washing dishes in a scullery because that was my job for a month and I fucking hated it. But we pulled into port. I think it was in Gitmo in Cuba. It had to have been because that's the only place I could buy CDs on the way. And it had Lamb of God's Ashes of the Wake. And I had never heard of it before. But I bought it because it looked cool. And then I listened to it and turned out to be one of my favorite bands. So I've only seen them twice, but I want to see them more. And I follow Randy, the lead singer, on Instagram, and uh, Mark Morton, who's their guitarist, on Twitter. But they were a surprising addition to my catalog. Um, I would say probably my one of my favorite albums from them is Ashes of the Wake, and then the one with Redneck. It's really interesting because the song Redneck was actually written for Randy by one of his other band members because of how bad his alcoholism was. And Randy being the singer, he was singing what they were telling him. And he's since got sober. He's been sober for like, I don't know, like how many decades, like 10 or 20 years. He's an amazing guy. He's really into photography too. You would like him, I think. Um, but like at one point back whenever the Westboro Baptist Church was being dumbasses and being all over the news and stuff, they were protesting in Richmond, and he decided to, um, you know,
10 minutes.
battle them, and had a kazoo party. So he had like hundreds of people in the streets singing kazoos. It was great. And well, the great thing about this is like if we run out of time, I can just redo it because I'm saving it to my other hard drive, so I don't really have any issues with time. It'd just
Okay.
be two different files I can combine into one to the program that I got yesterday. Um, but like, what band would you want to see live that's still around?
That is still around or is not around?
Still around.
Hmm. I don't really know.
Nothing, no bands out there that you're really into right now or that you like that they came around within like 50 miles if we go see them.
Oh, I'd definitely go see Buffett if he was there.
Okay. So Jimmy Buffett, yeah.
I've already seen him twice. I'd definitely go see him again. Those are fun concerts.
Yeah, tell me about the person who got busted for smoking a joint.
Oh yeah, that was up in Pittsburgh. Yeah, he was on his third encore,
Third encore. Damn.
third song.
Oh,
coming back the third time.
yeah.
Yeah, she pulled joint out between her boobs and fired it up. Pretty soon there was like four cops on her. Say, come with me, young lady.
Like, not yet.
And that was the last we ever saw her.
Yeah, she probably got pretty hefty fine. I would hope she wouldn't get jail time.
Yeah,
Of course, that is Pennsylvania though, so who knows?
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what their punishments are. I haven't looked it up, but that would really suck.
I try to stay out of Pennsylvania, but
I mean, it's got a lot of good stuff up there. I know John Fetterman is running for Senate, and he's the lieutenant governor there right now in that state. Um, trying the best to get him in. And Pittsburgh's, I like Pittsburgh when I go there. I don't really have a whole lot of experience in the state. Um, I know that it's a huge rivalry for you guys between Pittsburgh and Marshall, I guess, or WVU.
WVU.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're only what 90 miles apart or something like that. Or
yeah. About the distance from Key West to Cuba. So Jimmy Buffett is the one that you would want to go see. I think for me, right now it's pretty much any band. I think
who?
any band.
Oh,
I just want to go see a live show. The last one I saw was the Dropkick Murphys, and that was around St. Patty's Day. Uh, I want to go to Death Fest again. I think once I get that car paid off, then I'll be able to afford tickets again. But there's a place here called the Palladium, and they get a lot of metal, like Behemoth and Arch Enemy, and I think Lamb of God played there. They have a lot of stuff that comes through.
cool.
Yeah, and I haven't touched my trombone since I graduated high school.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
But like I think it kind of spurred me into wanting to do my own thing. But like when it comes to because whenever we were playing in a band, we wanted to have some little bit of ska influence. So I tried to come up with something on the trombone, but I just couldn't do it because I was so used to reading what everybody else had written already.
Hmm.
So then I went to guitar, and everything on guitar was like I was learning how it sounded and stuff like that, and that's how I learned to play it. Basically, just playing around on it. I still can't read music on it, but at least I can make sounds that are in tune.
Yeah. Now you're doing more than me. My guitar's just sitting in the case.
Is it acoustic or electric?
It's acoustic.
You should get an electric one.
Well, your mom got me this for Christmas, like not this Christmas, but a year ago Christmas.
Is it still got good strings on it?
Well, I haven't even played it yet.
Tell you what, go down to City House, get
Well,
yourself.
see, they're not doing lessons right now because of COVID.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say do a lesson. I was gonna say go down there and buy you some new strings.
Oh,
Go on YouTube and find a guitar tuner or a guitar teacher on there.
yeah. But I'd like to have your old one. But like I said, last I heard that, remember his boys played on the baseball teams we played against.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was in the band Glass Menagerie.
that I don't know.
Hell, that was an awesome band. That was made up of mostly all junior high and high school music instructors
Oh,
playing.
I'm
They were
guessing
awesome. They were
that one
awesome.
was that one art teacher that is really famous in the area. Did he play in it?
I don't know, but they were around for a while.
Hmm. The only local band that I know of that wasn't in the punk scene was like Zaya. Well, Zaya was in the punk scene. Well, they were in the metal scene, but they were also from Belpre. It's funny because if you go on their Wikipedia page, it says they're from Parkersburg. I'm like, no, they're not. They're from Belpre. Trust me, I know. And I guess it helps that Leah knows the drummer, well, the old drummer, I guess, Jesse Smith. And they were the one band I never actually got to saw that I wanted to see, I think. Um, I wanted to see them with the original members, not the new band that came out with years later.
Did you ever listen much to Canned Heat?
Um, no, but I know of them.
They're actually a blues band,
Okay.
rock and roll blues band. They're actually pretty awesome songs.
It's funny. It reminded me. I watch reaction videos on YouTube sometimes, and I found this one where this guy had never heard of Stevie Ray Vaughan, and so he played. I think it was Texas Flood. Uh, yeah, it had to be Texas Flood, and it was the one from Live at Montrose, the second one, where he's like playing behind his back and everything else. And the guy's like, "Wow! Not only can he play amazingly well this way, but he'd do everything behind his back without looking." And I mentioned in the comments, is like, "Did you also notice that his eyes were closed the entire performance?" So he knows that instrument.
Yep,
That's what
that's
you call a master.
yeah. His wife was in an interview once after he had been killed, and she said he'd lay asleep at night in his sleep, fretting
Yeah,
the
that's what I tell
guitar.
people. He played guitar in his sleep.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I would like to have seen him.
he and Jimi Hendrix, I would not put them. Yeah, I don't compare them at all because they're two different people. But when it comes to like skill wise, I don't know because neither of them can read music. They're all feel. Um, Jimmy was very very experimental. Like there were a lot of I saw an interview and I think it was like Carson or one of those old like late night shows, and they're like, "There's rumors saying that you're the best guitarist in the world." He's just like, he's like maybe this. He said, "Okay, how about the room?" He's like, "Maybe this chair." And I was like, Jimi Hendrix saying that he's not the best guitarist in the world, maybe the best in this chair. I just like, wow, that's just amazing. Like, I don't know if he really legit didn't think he was good, or if he was just so humble that he didn't want to, you know.
He's considered one of the best guitarists ever.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah,
Um, he helped develop the instrument. I mean, the techniques that he came up with and the way he play. I mean, hell, he was one of the first person to cover a song and turn that cover song into his own. All along the Watchtower.
hmm
That was a Dylan
yeah.
song.
He was Stevie Ray Vaughan's big inspiration.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's why Stevie Ray Vaughan played the guitar the way he played it, upside down. The strings were upside down. That's the way Jimi
I
Hendrix.
I didn't know he played the instruments upside down. I knew that
The
Cobain
strings
did.
the strings were upside down.
So he's basically playing the instrument backward.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I knew Cobain did that. But I didn't know Hendrix did that. That's crazy. And the fact that he basically he got kicked out of the military because he just wanted to play music. He didn't care. It's yeah. Talk about like changing the world, and like he's still like fit,
so
like
I,
felt today.
I always wanted to change the world through photography, but I failed at that. I think.
I wouldn't say that. Well, when it comes to like changing the world with that kind of stuff, are there anybody out there that you could think of that you could say that about though?
No, but I just wanted to be the best.
Well, everybody wants to be the best.
No, I meant I really, really wanted to be the best photographer in West Virginia.
Is that why you stopped using photography when digital came out?
That was one of the reasons, I guess. The other was Dad passed away, and that kind of killed all inspiration for photography.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that.
And the digital world came in, and now you create an image that no one can believe because someone can go in and alter.
Yeah.
So it's taken the legitimacy away from photography.
Well, yeah, but you can also manipulate it in the darkroom too, can't you? Like whenever you're handling a film.
Not like you can like Photoshop. I mean,
Right.
you can change contrast a little bit. You can change focus.
Hmm.
You can get it either. I mean, it's either in focus or out of focus. You can dodge. You can burn. You can do certain things, but there are certain things in Photoshop that you can't do in a dark room.
No, the picture that you have of mom by the grave, where
Mm-hmm.
she's transparent,
Mm-hmm.
was that Photoshop or was that in the darkroom
That was in camera.
and the camera?
In camera.
How'd you do that?
I shot a double exposure on the same frame of film.
What did you just take a picture, rewind it, take it again?
Now there's a feature on the camera that allows you to it'll automatically cock the shutter but not move anything. And then you can do a second shot over top of it.
Oh, so you don't actually have to reverse or rewind it; it just stays there.
Yeah, it just tells you there's two shots.
Hmm.
You got your first shot and then your second shot.
Yeah, that's the one I have to show people. Like, you don't know what you can actually do with the camera if you know what you're doing. It's like just the same thing as like a music instrument. If you know what you're doing, you can manipulate it so much to do exactly what you wanted to do that nobody could ever think about doing.
Yeah.
Like back in the 60s and the 50s when they were discovering distortion, they would poke holes in the speaker or they would slice it open just to get that, that sound.
Mm-hmm.
And then that led to distortion built into the preamps. And so it's amazing, like how things grew from the basic introduction of photography and instruments to manipulating them to get what you want out of them.
Yeah.
It's all experimentation. That's why I like experimenting with so much things. So I'm never really happy. I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist, but I'm never happy with the outcome of what I do because I always feel like there's something better I could do.
That's why I am with my photography. I mean, people like what I do, but I'm always thinking I can do better than this.
It's like,
You know?
the thing that really gets me is like writing music and stuff. I can have basically it starts out with a punk song in my head. Like I'll have like a certain melody or whatever, and I'll have like a rhythm I come up with in my head. But it's all very, very simple. And then I listen to like bands like Dream Theater and even King Crimson or just any progressive band. And I realize there's so many other things you could possibly do with that, manipulating the sounds and stuff like that to make it exactly what you want. But if you didn't know that was available, you would never, or I personally would never think about doing it.
Yeah.
Like the program I have now is called the Tune Track, and it's basically building a drum machine or drum beat using what I call dots. You just go in there, click where like the hi hats appear, you have like the tom, everything else, and you go by measures, like 4/4 beats, whatever, and you have to figure out where you want to put the stuff. And you could build a song basically doing that.
Mm. You know how far over my head you are?
Think of it like coding. Remember whenever you're trying to get into Windows XP or Millennium Edition because it was screwing up, and you figured out you had like 5 seconds from the time you loaded it up to get into BIOS, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. Just learning how the program works.
Yeah.
How much did you smoke?
What?
How much did you smoke?
Not much. Why?
Because your eyes are like this.
Hmm.
You look like you're half asleep. Of course, it's 11:40, so
What's a what's a band that's no longer in existence that you would like to see?
the Clash.
That was the other band I was thinking of a little while ago, I think.
Their song "Should I Stay or Should I Go?"
No, just that there was, like I said, there was two bands that I liked. I could never think of their names.
Or the Sex Pistols.
Sublime and Clash are the two.
Oh, okay. It was either that or the Sex Pistols.
Yeah.
And they're actually every once in a while they're still touring or they're still getting together. Glenn Matlock, who's
One
the bass. Hmm?
one last shot, huh?
Yeah, the bassist is actually playing with Blondie right now. He's touring with them.
Huh, cool.
Yeah, he posted a thing on Twitter, I think maybe yesterday, where he was in front of the stage and he was getting ready to go on later that night. I was like, hey, at least he's touring still getting out there and doing stuff.
Yeah. His body's not breaking down like most all the other ones are.
I don't really know if he put his body through any kind of torture or anything when he was younger. I mean, obviously he did because everybody does, but I
Yeah,
don't.
everyone has back problems.
Oh yeah, but that's just a human thing. That's not really a. You were a dumb kid, so you get back problems later on. That's like everybody has back problems.
Mm,
Like with me right now, I'm just now starting to be able to walk around without too much pain, without having to deal with it. But for the longest time, it was really hard just to even stand up.
yeah, well
And now,
that's me every day.
well, that was from the stress from the pandemic and everything, and
Mm,
working in a hospital, having no idea if I was doing the right thing or when the vaccine was coming out or anything else. Being a hypochondriac kind of is like not fun in the
right.
pandemic. It's not fun at all.
Nope.
And yeah. Have I shown you my base?
Leaning up against the wall back there.
Yeah, let me show it to you. It's a Schecter right there.
That's a what?
A Schecter? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've used it a bunch since I've been here, but before I got here, I wasn't really using it very much. And these are the same exact strings that I bought with it over 10 years ago. They're dead. I just haven't replaced them yet. I have new ones in there. I just haven't put them on. Come here.
Crash, bang.
Oh, adds character. Scratches add character. But I went from I slowly went from punk to metal, and then I think Dream Theater was actually the first band that I started listening to where it started helping me with my undiagnosed ADHD symptoms. Like it was so chaotic and it changed so much and so often that I didn't have to. I could listen to that, but just let my mind rest. That's when I figured out that music was really good for people with my issues. At the time, I didn't know it, but after I was diagnosed and did some, my own research, because it's really hard to do research when you don't know what's going on. Um, yeah, that's how I went, came to that conclusion. What are you doing?
You introduced me to Dream Theater.
Hmm?
Said you introduced me to Dream Theater
Yeah.
at DVD concert.
Live at Budokan?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite live albums. And then it's really fun because on their album Images and Words, they have a song called Metropolis,
Hmm.
the something in the sleeper. I forget exactly what it's called, but it was Metropolis 1. And everybody was like, where's Metropolis 2 coming out? So they made an entire concept album because of that song.
Really?
And they have a song called The Dance of Death, or no, The Dance of Eternity. And there's over 130 time changes in that song alone. So if you ever want to see some crazy stuff or listen to some crazy time changes in a very short amount of time, listen to that.
No, I have. I've heard it. I've got quite a few, quite a bit from Dream Theater.
Oh, okay. Um, what's another? Have you heard of Symphony X
No,
or what's another one I could think
I'm
of?
not. I'm not much into that type of music anymore.
What are you more
Really did.
into right now?
Yeah, about the only music I listen to is off my thumb drive that I have in my car. I even have Sirius Radio, and I hardly ever listen to Sirius Radio. So I've almost always got my pot stick in the USB thing. I got
You
over
should
like,
do you have unlimited data on your phone?
do I have a what?
Do you have unlimited data on your phone?
Unlimited data? Yeah,
If you
I
have
think.
unlimited, well, if you do that, just download like a streaming service and throw a band on that you like and let it go.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I found a bunch of bands that way.
My problem is I can't remember them. There'll be a song or a band I really like, and I'll say the name over my head 3 or 4 times. It doesn't stick.
Yeah, I I switched from Spotify to Tidal, and the good thing about it is if you put a song on and you don't have a playlist or whatever, they'll play other songs and other bands that are similar to that one. So it's an easy way and fun way to discover new bands.
Yeah. I have that one everybody else has. I forget the name of it. I don't remember the name of it.
Mm.
You know what really sucks?
It's getting old.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I'll figure that out fast.
When you get up to close to my age, it just hit me all at once.
If I get up there,
No, you will.
never know what could happen. The doctor says I'm healthy, so at least I got that going for me.
Yeah, I think I'm healthy too, except for my knees, my elbows, and my wrists, and oh yeah, my shoulders,
Your whole body.
my hip.
Well, as long as your internal organs are okay, that's what I care about.
So that's another thing. I have pianos now.
Pianos.
Yeah, instead of organs.
Well, at least it still plays.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, check this out. I haven't shown you my concentrate yet. So I went to Maine last month. I went to a place called Good Green Truck and got this thing called stir fry. So this is what
What is
concentrate
it?
looks like. I'll show you. This costs like 30, like $40. This little thing.
Is that a dab or what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
I don't do dabs.
you want to see my dab spoon?
Sure. Grateful Dead.
Darth Vader and Grateful Dead. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I like dabs, but they tear my lungs apart, so I can't do them.
Yeah, they're not. It can be harsh.
Yeah,
I remember one of the first times I did it was at disc golf with you guys, and
that's one of the first places I did it.
yeah. Did you have the same experience as me?
And I didn't pass out. No.
Well, I didn't pass out. No, I was laying down. My head was on the ground on the table, but I was playing The Sims in my head.
uh,
I couldn't move. I wasn't asleep though. That was rough. I told my manager that once. I told her like, yeah, the first time I did a dab, they didn't tell me how to do it or anything, so I kind of dug into it, and I should have known by his reaction how I was going to be. And then like a minute or two later, I was like face down on the table like this, you know. And I don't even like The Sims, and I was playing the game in my head for some reason. And I don't know how long I was down, but after a while, I started coming back to, and I was able to open my eyes a little bit. And he came over to me and says, "Welcome back." It could have been more than a half an hour or a
it
few
was probably at
minutes.
least that. I mean, cause you stopped between the second and the third round. You didn't play the third round.
I don't think it could. I don't think I could stand up.
Well, I know you don't like it, but that's where you got that nickname from.
What?
Odie.
Oh,
For OD.
yeah. Which makes no sense because you can't OD on it.
I know, but it's just a play on words.
Yeah.
And it's coming from Ryan.
Yeah.
You can't take anything Ryan says seriously most of the time. He's a good guy. I
Yeah.
like Ryan.
They don't even talk to me anymore.
Hmm?
They don't talk to me anymore.
Uh,
They're your friends.
yeah.
They just kind of put up with me, I think.
I see him about every time I go to Adams. It's very rare that he's not there.
Yeah. Well, you got to think. I mean, what else are they going to do?
Yeah. Drink beer, fish, and
Cut
kayak.
down
That's about all.
trees.
Well, that's Silas
Oh, yeah.
or Cyrus.
Is he still doing that?
Yeah, I think so. Silas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Silas.
Yeah,
Um,
I think he is. I don't think with the same company, but I think he's had a couple jobs in between, but he went back to it.
oh, okay. Because of the pandemic, whatever.
I guess. I mean, I haven't seen him for since the pandemic started.
You haven't seen him for 2 years.
Yeah, so it's been at least 2 years since I've seen him.
Down to 10 minutes again.
Yeah,
Time flies when you're having fun, that's for sure.
definitely.
You sent me the picture of the upgraded picture. I put that at the end of the video
What upgraded picture?
where you transplanted the plant.
Oh, okay. I've got both of them in there now.
Okay. Yeah. I put the other one at the end of that other video so people can see what you're talking about. Yeah, it'd be nice when you get that thing grown and get it harvested and stuff.
Yeah, I'm still quite a few months away from that.
Really? How long does it take to do it?
Depends on what you're growing.
Hmm.
I sent you two pictures.
Let's see what you got.
I just shot those. I just transplanted them today.
Okay, I haven't got them yet. It's okay. That's fine.
But yeah, they've got a long way to go. We put a tomato. You know what a metal tomato cage is? What it looks like? Looks like a
Is it like chicken wire?
wire, like a wire cone.
Okay.
Well, I put one of those around the plant to keep the dog away from it. And your mom actually did it.
Oh, okay.
She put one around both of them.
Mm.
I don't know why the leaves are turning a little bit brown and curling, and I don't understand what's going on there. But
Enough water?
oh yeah, yeah, I water them pretty much every day.
Hmm. Oh, there's the pictures that you sent. Cool. I just got them. My GPS still on. Where's my? There we go. Yeah, I'll definitely be putting all three of those on there. It's fun to let people see the progress that you've made with the plants. You want to see the newest edition that one of the customers brought me?
Uh-huh.
Check this out.
Oh, cool.
It's a fake head. It's a skull, but I thought it was neat. Looks like you may have. Oh yeah, that is wax. I can take that off. It's a candle holder with an ounce on top.
Too bad it's not one of them crystal skulls.
The vodka ones.
Yeah.
Gotta fix my rug. But yeah. What else? Oh, I'm getting tired now. I'm starting to wear down from work.
Yeah, I figure.
Uh, um. Okay.
There's so many bands or performers that I would like to see that are no longer alive. But
Oh yeah.
I would love to see Prince. I would love to see him. Of course, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing John Lennon, even though he was in his declining years.
You still see Paul McCartney?
Yeah, well, he was my third favorite Beatle.
And then Ringo is still out.
Yeah, he was my fourth favorite Beatle.
I'm guessing George Harrison's first.
No, John Lennon.
Oh, interesting. Actually, one of the one Beatles song that I like more than all the others is George Harrison's.
Yeah,
The
Harrison was he was kind of the lonely Beatle, but it was all McCartney, Lennon. I think finally there at the end, he just sort of started demanding more or less, didn't he?
I don't know. I don't really know the whole history of the Beatles.
So I know there's several Harrison songs on the White Album, I believe.
Here Comes the Sun, or
He wrote that.
because there's a Velvet Underground song of the same name, and it's completely different. And I love that song too. Um, no, after Biden won the election, I put on that song the entire way home because I was like, finally, the darkness is gone. It's leaving.
Yeah,
And then And then the
Yeah,
asshole attacked the Capitol.
yeah. Well, I won't be happy until I read headlines where Donald Trump passes away.
Oh, you're not the only one. Can't wait. But I'd rather see him in jail first.
I don't know if I'd rather say him or oh, McConnell. I hate him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Uh, oh well, probably shouldn't talk politics.
I mean, everybody knows where I stand anyway, so it's not a big surprise.
Yeah, well, so I don't know where I stand because I don't pay attention to what's going on around me half the time.
I know. Most people don't.
I live my own little bubble. I have
Yeah.
taken a couple. I have taken a couple bicycle rides.
Yeah, for 3 miles and for yeah, about 4 miles, right?
4 miles.
Yeah.
It's a 4 mile loop, and I only had to push it up one hill.
Well, eventually you'll get your strength and everything back and you'll be able to pedal up it. Or at
Yeah,
least
because
learn how to lower your gear.
I've already been out on it twice. I went the same route but opposite directions.
Hmm. Okay.
Didn't matter. I still had to push it.
Of course.
You can't get from there from the city park or over our old house over to this new house without going over a pretty good little hill,
Yeah. It's either going up Broad or you're going down to 7th Street.
or you're going up Fairview, which is actually uphill for a long ways.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it when you're driving, but boy, when you're on a bicycle, you can tell it.
That's the one that goes by Catholic, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, I've ridden that many times. It's not fun.
No, that's where I walk.
Yeah, it's a very steady incline, and I would be surprised if you get up that because I have trouble getting up it.
Yeah.
And it's not because it's like a hard hill. It's just like you said, it's a steady incline, and it wears you out.
Yeah. Yeah. Lactic acid builds up.
Yeah. Have you been to the bike trails behind Catholic yet? If they're
Mm-mm.
still there, probably not even there anymore. They're
I've only,
probably
like I said,
overgrown.
I've only been out on a bicycle twice.
Oh, well, at least you're getting out there. That's as many times as I've been.
I got to buy me a helmet. I don't have a helmet,
Hmm. Let me pause
so I think I
this.
should probably have one of those, especially with the idiot drivers around here.
Yeah, but yeah, I have quite a few options here. I think I'm gonna go with slap a tickle. No, actually, yeah, because why not?
I used a little film canister.
No, this is actually made for flour. See,
Oh, okay.
it looks very close to a pump canister. It's airtight. You push this little button on the side,
Hmm.
and then that releases the vacuum. And so yeah,
Yeah, cool.
yeah,
That's nice. I just got an old film canister.
yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I'm old school.
I still have the one that you sent me. It's here somewhere. You didn't throw it out. That's
The cat probably knocked it off.
apparently I put um my lighter up here. Here we go.
I'm starting to get a little bit anxious about this drive I'm getting ready to take
What drive?
out to Colorado.
Oh, why?
Because it's 22-hour drive.
Yeah, it's a good reason to be nervous.
Yeah, but my butt gives out after about
No, I get it. Um,
8 hours any one day. So we're going to try to break it up into 3 or 4 days.
yeah, that's what I would do.
Just see something stupid along the way, like the world's biggest, buffalo turd or something. We'll stop and look at it. And,
Well, if you're going through Dakotas, chances of you seeing that are probably pretty high.
Debbie wants me to come up with a route out to it, but I just put in the GPS. It doesn't really tell me anything about the route.
What GPS are you using?
Hmm?
What GPS are you using?
Just whatever comes through what I use.
Are you using your phone?
No, my car GPS.
If you use your phone, download like Waze or something, you can type in where you want to go, and it can tell you like all the different turns and stuff.
Right. But she's just wanting to know if there's anything like interesting to see, on the way.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're looking forward to Kansas.
I've driven through there. It's not fun.
Debbie went through there once. I think it was her senior trip, or
I did not enjoy my trip through Kansas, but it was also at night,
yeah.
and it was very scary because we went like 4 hours and didn't see a single gas station. So that's what I mean by scary. It's not like we ran into anything bad or whatever. It's just the unknown aspect of it, I guess. Um, I think we saw a bunch of tumbleweeds. But no, hmm?
Hmm.
I thought you were gonna say something. Um, we went through it at night, and I think that's why it was so bad because nothing was open really. Saw some tumbleweeds, and that was about it.
Yeah, that's what Debbie said. The big excitement through going through Kansas is a tumbleweed going across the road in front of you.
Yeah, maybe you can stop at like a ghost town or something, like a tourist ghost town.
I could get a trip ticket from AAA, but Debbie said they're $100 now.
Trip ticket, what's that?
It'll give you a turn by turn paper map from where you're starting to your destination. And it'll tell you some things, you could see along the way.
Oh, okay, like a TripAdvisor type thing.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, yeah. But it's through AAA. It's called a trip tick.
That's cool. Hmm.
Uh, we're not going to do it for $100.
No, especially we can look everything up online. Just type in where you're going, and they'll tell you what's to see.
I've got 2 weeks to play with it. Well,
You'll
maybe
figure it out.
3 weeks actually.
You'll figure it out. I finally cleared the bowl out a little bit, so now it's time to put some fresh flour in.
I just bought some new flour yesterday.
Yep. Was I the one that told you it was called flour, or do I just say it so often you kind of picked up on it?
Couldn't understand a word you said.
I said, was I the one that told you it was called flour, or did you just kind of pick up on it as I talked about it?
Oh no, I've been called flour for quite a while.
Oh, okay. Because I've told other people about it, and they're like, "What do you call it that?" Because that's what it's called. And I try to explain to people why the term marijuana is a racist term because most people don't understand it or don't realize it. But if you watch the documentary "Grass is Greener," they explain why.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that.
It's a good documentary. It covers pretty
Yeah,
much everything, like the history and um. There's another documentary that this guy I forget the name of it, but it's like a 6 or 7 part episode documentary. It covers everything from medical aspects to law enforcement of it to legal aspects. It's really cool.
Of
I watched. Hmm?
of pot, right?
Yeah,
That's what you're talking about.
yeah. I've watched it a few times. It's on my I think Discovery Plus. Is that or Netflix? I can't remember. But the strain I'm having now is called Slap and Tickle. Yes, I bought it because of the name.
But I gotta be honest. I bought the seeds because of its name,
What's it called?
gold leaf.
Ah, yeah. Well, this is not called Sweet Leaf, the Sabbath song. That's a band I
That's
would love
that's
to see
that's
live.
that sounds like something out of the Hobbit.
What, Sweet
Uh,
Leaf?
yeah, we got sweet leaf to this.
It's
Old
a it's
Toby's
it's
sweet
a
leaf.
it's a Black Sabbath song.
I know, but that's what it sounds like. It should be coming from.
Oh yeah. Someone on Twitter posted a conspiracy map. I don't know who. I forget what it was about. But I posted, "Where's Mordor?"
I still wear that sweatshirt you got, man.
Which one?
You don't remember it, do you?
I don't know. I probably ordered it
I think it's
online and
that
had it
something like
delivered.
something like property of Mordor University. It has a
Oh
guy.
yeah,
It's black and
yeah,
white.
yeah. I
Yeah, I
remember
still
that.
wear it.
I used to wear my my Death Fest hoodie for a long time, and I stopped wearing it because it was falling apart.
Hmm.
And then at work, they started giving me hoodies. So I have like three hoodies for work now. It's kind of nice. Like the majority of my clothes that I wear daily is like work related. Like I just got three of the same type of shirts, along with the hoodie and two other shirts, like 3 days ago. So my closet's being filled with cannabis themed clothing. It's fun. Saves me money from going out buying it.
Yeah, that's what I like about growing it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. When I went to get my stuff I got the other day, my flower, I took the dog with us or with me.
Yeah.
And of course, the guy I get stuff off of, he's the greatest guy in the whole wide world. I love him to death. But he kind of had to whittle down a little bit. He put his hand on her. So I started barking his big boy bark, and he jumped back and, whoa. I said, no, he's okay. He won't bite you. Just let him sniff you, let him sniff you, and he'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Just let him get to know you a little bit.
But
That's funny.
no, he wouldn't get in the car. He just kind of threw it in there, and I kind of handed his, you know, made the exchange. But
Yeah. People
that
don't
was fun.
realize that your world of cannabis is completely different from mine.
Yeah,
You're still doing the old school street stuff, and all mine is like tested and um like this, for example. If you look, it's called Rhythm. That's the name of the company that makes it.
hmm
We it's a big product for it, or a big brand for us. This is called Sour Diesel, and it's got all the strain information on the back of it. So when you guys come up to visit, I'll take you in there and we can buy like an ounce or whatever, and of different strains. You can look at the different terpenes and cannabinoids and stuff it has on it.
yeah,
I think you'll be impressed with the dispensary. I know you've never been into one before, but I think you'll like it.
yeah. I'm sure I will.
It's like going into a liquor store, but you don't walk around the store looking at different liquors and stuff like that. Everything is behind the counter. So you immediately go to the counter first, and then you look at the menu,
Uh-huh.
and you can see some product behind the glass wall that we have, but for the most part, you don't see that unless after you order it.
Hmm.
But we have this thing called a display eighths, and what they do is they take like all the different strains that we have in stock and take an eighth of that and put it into like a little like dish type thing about that big or so maybe, and it's inside of a jewelry case. Like you go to like a Kohl's at the jewelry store in the jewelry
Mhm.
area, and
Yeah,
yeah, so you can see what the buds look like as you're waiting in line, along with a bunch of other products that we sell. But you can come into our dispensary, but you can't go into like Patriot Care or any of the medical because you don't have a medical card. So I can't take you into those.
yeah.
But some places they do medical and recreational. So I could take you into that.
You just Iraq, right?
Our dispensary, yeah.
Iraq.
But with my card, I can get into any dispensary in the state or in Maine too.
Yeah.
That's where I got the slap and tickle and you know these gummies and these pills. They honor out of state medical cards, which is really nice. That's a good thing about this podcast is it can be pretty much about anything I want it to be. I don't really have to stick on a topic.
Yeah, that's good. That's we're bouncing all over the place.
Yeah, that's usual for me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. It's interesting because like when I first started incorporating music and smoking, I listened to the Chronic and Doggy Style, all the way through because I'd never done it before, and it was an experience. And then I tried listening to Dark Side of the Moon with my friend Jackie. We got through it, but then I realized that I can't. If I'm really, really high, I can't listen to music with headphones on. It it's too intense for me.
Huh.
Or
I
maybe it
never
was just
factored into them.
maybe it was just too loud. I don't know.
That could have been. Yeah, don't base it on one try.
I don't. Um, I have a thing where if I do too much of it, then my anxiety and my brain goes crazy. So I have to be careful.
Yeah.
Like I was telling Jason, he had never heard of microdosing, so I was explaining to him what it was. And I don't know if you know about it, but it's basically like throughout the day, just taking a hit off of your bowl or whatever, and then just enough to take effect, and not enough to really get you real stoned. That's what I usually do. Like if you'll notice, there's only this little small part that's burnt. So once the effects wear off, I'll do it again. It's kind of nice. It saves me money that way because you're not going through a whole bunch of product.
See, that was what was so really so much fun back when I was a teenager, early 20s.
What?
Pot was cheap. I need to stay stoned all the time.
Well, you said it was like $15 for an ounce.
Yeah, 15. Then it went up to 20 and then 25,
Oh God.
which I thought was outrageous.
25
But
for an ounce is outrageous to you?
yeah, well,
Wow.
at the time it did. That was back in the mid 70s, I guess it would be.
The most expensive eighths we have is like I think 55 for an eighth. And I think an ounce is like almost $400.
Yeah, yeah. A nickel bag used to be $5 worth, and it was a good third of an ounce at least.
Did they ever weigh it out or did they just grab it and throw it in it?
Uh, Most by a lot of people had a little dangly thingies so they could hold your clip your baggie on. It looked like a alligator clip. An
Oh, yeah.
alligator.
No, I
It
mean
had a
like
little
no,
kind of, would weigh it.
no, I'm talking about When they fill the baggies, do they weigh them out?
Oh, usually they use a triple beam probably,
Uh, that's cool. I was wondering about that.
but I did. I helped a guy once break up a pound into ounces, and I'd never done it before. And he said, "Here, just take about this much right here, put it in there, and that'd be it."
Just eyeball it. It's all good. They don't care.
Yeah, he talked me into doing that. Well, he listened to my album of Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Well, at least you listen to good music.
Yeah, I was lucky, man.
I tell you what, though. Here's what you should do: get really stoned, and I will send you an album to listen to, or certain songs, and I want you to listen to them and see if you pick out different instruments.
If they're what?
Different instruments.
Oh,
Because there's this band called Neo Obliviscaris, and they have a song called "And Plague Flowers the Kaleidoscope." And if you look at it, or if you listen to it, you have both clean and harsh vocals. And one of the reaction channels that I watch, she said that it reminded her of a comparison between heaven and hell, where the clean vocals is like the angelic singing, and then the harsh vocals is like satanic type heavy stuff. And if you look at the way they present themselves on stage, like the guy that's singing all heavenly and stuff like that, he's like jumping around, dancing around, stuff like that. And the guy that does the harsh vocals, he's just kind of like type stuff. I mean, the headbang and all that, but it's completely different personality. And her description seems like it's pretty spot on. I liked it. I'll have to send you her channel because I think you'll like her channel. It's called The Charismatic Voice.
you know what's so nice about being kind of stoned?
What?
I was listening to you, what you were saying, sort of.
Sort of.
I could hear you talking, but in my mind, I was in a boat going around the tip of Cuba for some reason.
Was that on the radio or something?
I don't know. That was weird.
How high are you?
Oh, I'm not that. I've already smoked a bowl, maybe
Oh,
two.
maybe.
I do little bowls. I do like two hit bowls.
Oh, I know. The little skeleton thing.
Well, that's
That's not bad. How big is it? It's not big. You didn't. Well, did you have that when I was there?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I
Actually,
just
the
don't remember it.
bottom of the bowl chipped out a little bit, and I quit using it.
Hmm.
And then I started using it again, and it gives a really good.
Would something like this work for you? You can't break it, and that's why I got it. Oh, you already got one. Cool.
Yeah, you got it for me.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember. Did I ever tell you the reason why I switched over to those?
Uh-uh.
When I was at the center, when I first got up here, I had that glass bowl, and it
Oh,
worked really well for a while. So I was keeping in that container or that other package thing, and then I dropped it once and it broke. I was like, "What the hell am I going to do?" So we were out one time, and this is prior to the plague happening, and I went into a dispensary and they had these silicone types. I thought about it, I was like, that'd be perfect because I can't break it. So I bought one for like $20. I still have it. It's this one right here. Oops. There we go. But yeah, I got this like 2 years ago and still works just as good as the first day I got it. And then I got this one because I wanted to have one for nighttime by my bed and stuff like that. And I wanted to use that one. But then that turned into my normal one, travel and everything else. And this is just like if I feel like using it.
it's funny because when I was younger, it didn't matter. I would take an ounce with pot with me if I had it to the mountains or wherever, and
Hmm.
Now I don't even like to travel with it in the car.
Why? Don't get caught?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just not worth the hassle.
see, that's so strange
Yeah,
to me
when I
because,
get when I usually if I get down to the beach, we go on our beach our yearly beach thing.
hmm
Your mom very seldom smokes with me when we're down there because the girls are there,
yeah.
and I very seldom smoke because the girls are there. Try to go down to the beach, and it's too windy to light anything to keep it in a bowl. So it's actually more hassle than it's worth. So I just take a week off.
What you could do is get yourself a herb vape. So you actually put the flower itself inside of it, and it acts like
Mm-hmm.
concentrate, but it uses actual flower. That way, there's no wind to deal with, no lighting or anything.
Right.
Would you be interested in one? I could send you a
Uh
YouTube. Huh?
oh.
What?
It's almost time to restart.
Oh, is it? I didn't get the notification.
This is for not now. It's a restart of my computer update.
Oh, I was gonna say I didn't get the 10-minute notification yet.
Uh,
Yeah. Would you be interested in trying one, or at least checking it out? Because I can send you a YouTube video.
yeah, sure.
Okay. I don't have one myself. I don't need one, but it might be easier for you to use.
Yeah, doesn't
And
and unless DH is with us, I don't have anyone to smoke with anyway.
yeah,
So it's just that it's not that much fun by yourself.
I do it all the time by myself, like literally.
I know, but I've been doing it for how many years now?
Yeah, true. Yeah, I do it predominantly alone, unless I'm with Jackie. I don't know if anybody is there anybody else that even well, actually no. John and James they do, but I haven't been able to smoke it with them yet. I think I'm going to do that this coming Wednesday. James invited us over. We're going to go into his basement and play around with his woodworking equipment. So it should be fun. I promise not to cut my finger off like I did at Carlos's.
Yeah, please don't do that.
That wasn't very fun. I didn't actually cut my finger off. I just nicked the front of it, and it put me into shock. That wasn't fun. And then like yesterday, this happened to my finger. So like the finger that I sliced open when I was working in Outback is still numb there because nerve damage, whatever. I almost cut the tip of my finger off. I got like chemical burn or something on it. It's weird.
Had what on it?
Like a chemical burn.
Oh yeah, that's what he's telling me.
I don't
Yeah,
even know how.
the only the ones of those chemicals that would give you a chemical burn, I would think would be bleach.
Yeah, but the bleach had already been put away, and where did I sprayed it in the closet, but and also sprayed it in unless it was like a delayed reaction or something.
I don't know.
Weird. I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um. Oh, speaking of music, I got this little speaker from Costco. This thing is amazing.
Didn't you have that in when you came in last Christmas?
I did.
I remember it.
It works really well. I'd recommend it to anybody. It's perfect for like an apartment because it's thing's loud. I barely turn the volume up and it fills my entire place.
Hmm.
You can probably use it for, I mean, not a huge party, but you can use it for a party.
Uh, um, Adam out at Putting Leg, he's got his sound system through his phone. So when you're playing down on the course, you got music to listen to.
Yeah, I
But
remember
it's
that.
just yeah, I can't remember if it's, just music he's put together or it's a radio station or,
And like Pandora,
huh?
didn't like Spotify or Pandora.
Yeah, I'm thinking Pandora.
He probably plays
I
the
was trying
free
to think of
version
Pandora a little while ago.
because he listens to predominantly like Fish and Grateful Dead stuff like that, right?
He likes Tool and
Oh, does he?
yeah, it's, Perfect. Was it a Perfect Circle?
Yeah, that's basically Tool. There's different band, yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
It's Maynard James Keenan's other band.
he's the one that got me into Blackstone Cherry. Have you ever heard of them?
Yeah, I know them.
That they're a local Kentucky group, not very far from here,
Oh,
and they played over at then the old Elks Eagles, the old Eagles Club,
cool.
and we went over to it, and I was like three people from the stage taking pictures of them. I got some really cool pictures.
Okay. Hmm. I know you have the pictures from the blues festivals and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh
have those
yeah,
hanging up. I have at least two of those hanging up.
dude.
I have like a few others I need to put up, but either I don't have the right kind of screws for them or I need to replace the glass frame. So
I
I've
have.
broken a few.
I probably have 15, and I still need to put up. I've got framed, ordered frames and mats. You know,
Yeah.
so I've
15.
got I've
Wow.
got. Hmm,
That's quite a few pictures, 15 of them.
well, that's not counting the one that's already up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
People don't understand, don't, they kind of question me when I tell them that that's medication for me. And when I explain that I'll wake up to panic attacks and anxiety attacks and I take like one or two hits off of that and the anxiety melts away. Also the depression a little bit too, but I don't want to do too much or else my brain goes crazy.
Well, I think, and I'm not saying this just because, but I think the depression medicines that I take, both of them, combined with a little bit of pot in the evenings to take the edge off the day and stuff, works pretty well in
Yeah,
combination.
yeah.
And I got that medicine that was over $2,000, a pop. Ah,
Speaking of pop,
yeah. But I got that, so the company is actually sending them to me free now.
how'd you pull that off?
I don't know. Your mom did it. So both of my depression medicines I get for free now.
Oh wait, it's through the company. That's what she was
Yeah,
saying.
not
No, it's,
suing. She worked with them, and they have a program, I guess, for old folks.
yeah, yeah, that's what she said.
So she got us enrolled in that, and we got accepted.
Yeah, it's saving you guys like
So
5 grand every 3 months.
oh yeah, yeah, I was really bummed. I did not want to spend that much money on medicine,
Who does?
but your mom said it was cheaper than her divorce. So uh, how can you argue with that?
I've had two of them. I can tell you exactly how expensive they are.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not because I didn't really. I guess the most expensive part of the divorce was the car, but the divorce itself only cost like $50, $200, something like that. I don't know. The
If it
first
wasn't
one
for
was
that,
only like $100.
stupid car.
Yeah. Well, that's getting taken care of soon. I'm building my money up real fast. I'm getting paid in less than a week, and I'm pretty sure I'm getting a good amount in the bank right now.
Cool.
I haven't checked it because of my anxiety, but I'm sure there is. I'll probably do it on next Friday. I got to get gas too, so that's another $40. But I haven't really bought anything except for a few things off of Amazon. I got the bike rack for my car. I got the no, I didn't get this on there. I got the audio box and something else. Something else I need. Oh, the bike lock. So that's really the most expensive things I've bought for myself in like a month. That was only like 140 some dollars.
Yeah, we just went to where was it? Lowe's. We went flower shopping.
Hmm.
Yeah, we had way over $150 worth of plants.
I can't imagine buying that much plants. I can't buy one plant.
Your mom, she's got this you know, vision of what it's going to be, and it sounds like it's going to be pretty nice.
Hey, go with what she
And
wants.
I gotta get off my butt and do a few things. So
I'm guessing you have to do like the tilling and stuff.
now I have to get the shelter built in the backyard for one.
Oh,
Get her little bar built back there for her,
well, you have Jared up the
and
street. He can help you.
a lot of the flowers and plants she's bought. She's going to put in hangers on the outside of it.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, it'll be real nice.
You know what you should do is
So
turn to like a haunted house in the week on Halloween. Turn your
say,
backyard turn your backyard into like a haunted house type thing for Halloween.
oh,
And you
it's
can
not.
use the flower pets, and flower pots and stuff like that for like ghouls crawling out of the ground and all that.
That sounds like work.
Plop. That's not work. Hardest part's going to Spirit Halloween and picking the crap up. Or you can just go to Spencer's. I'm sure they probably have it too.
Oh,
If
I'm
you guys still
sure.
have Spencer's.
Yeah, yeah, we do.
I wasn't
At
sure if
least
that
last
there's
last last time I was in the mall, it was up there.
yeah, I'm not sure what stores have survived and what ones have gone the way of the dodo.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the days of the malls are over.
Yeah, I would agree. Well, actually, no. I don't know about that because I've seen lots of videos of people in the mall doing stuff. Now, your mall, yes, but not malls in general.
Okay, because Grand Central Mall is on the slow downward spiral.
It's been doing that since the 90s.
Yeah,
I mean, ever since they got rid of the duck ponds and all the fun stuff inside there, nobody wants to be in there. You're about
I
to fall
don't, I don't,
asleep.
I don't go up there very often.
Last time I was there was with you, and I had to leave there fast because nobody was wearing a mask and I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, that was Christmas time.
Yep. Yeah, I remember vividly. That was before I had my KN95s and all that. I still had the regular face masks or
Yeah.
the material cloth ones. Yeah, had a major panic attack that time. That was before I had my CBD gummies.
We learned a lot there quickly, didn't we?
Yep, we did. I'll tell you what, it's almost one, and I think we're both tired. So, uh, let's go ahead and end it here, and then we'll go to sleep, and then we'll figure something else out next time.
All right,
Have a good night.
you too.
Bye.